the weekend you took you did a little inks there. I was actually thinking of while you do your Bomag, I will just loosen up a little bit by inking the rest of this.
Yo, what are you gonna use?
You know, I could use anything, but what I was planning to use is like remember I told you I have all my pens from before I bought all the new pens. So I was thinking maybe I use those pens to kind of play around with, and I use all the new pens when we actually get busy.
Yo, the Speedball, the 102. 102 is where it's at, man.
I could play with that one a little bit too, the one that you gave me.
Yeah, this is where it's at. It's good stuff right here. That's what I did. I did pretty much everything with that except for the bold solid lines. I just used the Pentel one. This guy. He was this guy right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we both bought the same one of those.
I got two of these bad boys. They're good. Love them. And this Faber-Castell pit pen, can't go wrong with this pit pen either, man. For big areas.
Is that like a brush tip or that's a flat?
You got one of these. But this fills in a lot of black quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Like I feel like he's from the era where close quarter combat is his thing, so he might have like a lot of little knives and just little stabby things. You know what I'm saying? Just has all he needs is some knives and some shit he could throw. Wearing like he can't, like he's not walking no bare skin. Like that is like right over his skin. Like that's the technology he has.
So he like wakes up with this technology?
Yeah. Yep.
Or this is what he obtains later. Okay.
I think that's just what he has on. Like even here he has that on. I didn't just take the time to fill in all them damn lines.
Oh, but wait, so you're saying that's like the coat or that's like underneath the coat?
That's underneath like the vest or whatever. See how like you kind of got like this puffy stuff and like a cape on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always took it as that's like the first, like he puts that on first like a wetsuit and then he puts the other stuff on top.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's how I always took it, yeah. So I always took it right though. Yeah, man, somebody took my eraser. It was right here. Promise you, it was right there. Yeah.
I kind of roamed around.
Twilight. It's horrible.
But that was one I gave another chance to because when we saw the commercial, they had superpowers. It was apparent, like the guy was stopping a car with it. You know, he was stopping a car from moving with his super strength.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of had hope. I turned to my friends at that point. I said, "Oh look, it's he's superpowers." And they go, "No, that's gonna be trash." You know. I was like, "Oh look, but he's got superpowers though." even then, that was back way before. I wasn't that before, like 2008. There wasn't too much superhero stuff going on.
I mean, the fact that we were talking about the other day, how he's 100-something years old and he wants a 16-year-old girl.
It's a weird plot.
What, homeboy?
That's a strange plot.
It's weird, man. Vampire pets, man.
I don't know if that would that go over? I mean, it went over just a few years ago, but would it go over now?
Vampires are pets too. I mean, no one really sat down and really think about it that way. They just said it was a blockbuster, like look. They just wanted the money.
I guess it'll depend on if someone pointed the finger and who was that person that pointed the finger, if it mattered.
That's pretty crazy, don't it? It's just crazy.
I actually think it would be more of a compelling kind of story if. What about rewriting Twilight to be like two young teenagers are turned, right? They are turned into vampires. They are already boyfriend and girlfriend, right? As teenagers. Here's where it gets interesting. Now they have to live together forever and ever. It's like marriage to the 10th power.
Eesh.
And that's where and then after like 50 years or 60 years or 700 years of like blood sucking, there's got to be some drama there.
Oh yes.
That would put them on equal footing, They would both be like, let's say 17. They're turned into vampires. They are both teenagers forever and ever. No one can say anything.
Sounds crazy.
It's like statute of limitations or something. I don't know what the term is. They're like exempt.
Write it, man. Call it a heyday.
They gotta live on as vampires. Once they start to realize they actually don't even like each other, that this was like a teen crush, and one of them talked the other one into turning into vampires. This is like one of the most awful nightmares one of them can find themselves in. They were an impressionable teenager, and
sounds pretty horrible.
They saved all the texts. It was really, it was Gary that talked her into it.
Sounds pretty bad, man.
It was terrible because now it's there's you kind of can't go back to the person after you're a vampire. It doesn't work.
I think you should definitely write this.
And then that child after the funeral, they show up back at home because they're regretful. They don't want to be a vampire. Gary talked them into it, and they show up outside the window, and like crying. Mom's crying. The dad says, "Don't let her in. Don't let her in. Don't invite her in." But the mom can't help it because that's the daughter. Has to invite her in. The next thing you know, it's a bloodbath. The next thing you know, they're like, she's trying to use the insurance card at the psychologist.
Hold on, she killed her own family already?
Yeah, and then she tries to use his insurance card at the psychologist, and the cops show up.
Jesus. Vampire Visa card?
And they have the female officer come in. Because they're like, you're going to be kind of, we need to talk to you because, you've obviously escaped the grave. So we need to inspect you a little bit. They try to inspect her, but she's cold.
It's not happening.
Female officer puts on rubber gloves just to, go into the bathroom. just to have a talk, just to ask her if she's okay. Is there anything she wants to say? Where has she been? Is someone hurting her? It's Gary. Gary talked her into something. What is it? What did he talk you into? You can tell us it's a safe spot in here in the bathroom. You can tell us, what did he do? Did you guys have a suicide pact? No, worse.
It was all Gary.
It was worse than a suicide pact.
I got my suicide pact hoodie on. I told you.
Maybe that got into my mind.
Had to. That's what I have on right now. Hold on, I gotta switch cameras. You can't tell me this isn't a suicide pact hoodie.
Well, if I knew what a suicide pact hoodie was,
I'm showing you right now. This is it, right here.
Oh right. I forgot about that. That was from the beginning.
This is it right here.
You need the Nikes. That was part of the outfit.
No, was it really?
Yeah, they all wore those Nikes.
Oh shit! How did Nike turn this into a positive though?
Like I guess it didn't get out too much, but they all were supposed to wear those like black and purple Nikes.
Oh my! I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought you would know that for sure.
Oh, no, I had no idea.
The Heaven's Gate cult.
Heaven's Gate Nikes, the Air Heavens.
I don't know which ones they had on. You would probably know more than me. I feel like there's some movement in the coat.
That looks crazy. It looks crazy. That looks crazy.
All right. Well, we got through Bomag, a good place for him. A nice outfit. Two outfits, kind of. One where he is leaving his pod, his sleeping pod that he's been in for hundreds of years, and the second one, which you did, he is actually probably robbed somebody of their, or picked up, scavenged some armor, scavenged an outfit that is just more up to date, and that has more weapons in it or whatever. That's kind of it.
Definitely. Yeah, man, I think we're golden.